My top tips for beginners in cryptocurrency. Hey, my name's Devin. I've been in crypto since 2014 and I have nothing to sell you. We're going to be doing a series of a in-depth video on a bunch of different tips for you, but today's tip is going to be wary of who you follow. And what I mean by that is not necessarily who you actually physically follow, but I mean who you take advice from. Okay, so there's going to be lots of crypto creators coming out of the woodworks, and I warned about this in 2022. In 2023, they're going to be everywhere. It's going to be like that meme, the clown coming out of the ditch, right? They weren't making videos back then, but now that everything is pumping and front running, they are back. And to that, I will say, and it doesn't need to be me, but here's how you should measure a creator and the validity of what they're saying or not. Look at the key, most scary, most bloody, most hit you in the mouth moments, and I'll tell you what they are. And look at what that creator was saying over the next days and weeks after those events happen. Because when you needed him or her most, how did they provide for you? Did they show up, or did they continue to spew fear? So it's easy to front run. Anybody can be awesome when it's awesome, but what are you doing when life hits you in the mouth? And here are some of the big events. FTX goes to zero, November 8th, 2022. Look at the videos following that absolute bottom of the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin did not go lower for a second, and there was lots of creators who were saying that we were going to go lower, and they were misleading their audience. Okay, that's just one example. March 10th, 2023, Silicon Valley Bank. This was a local bottom for Bitcoin. This was a lot of fear. A lot of creators were saying that Bitcoin was going to go lower. Look at the videos following this date, okay? 9/11, 2023, when the war in Israel kicked off. This was maximum fear. What were they saying following these videos? Okay, measure me by that standard and measure them by the standard of not what are you doing when it's awesome, but how do you show up when it's maximum fear? Or what about when Germany and Mt. Gox were selling their Bitcoin August 4th, 2024? Or what about when Japan cut their rates? Look at the videos after these scary events, because lots of creators were misleading their audience and telling them that they should be selling, okay? So my whole claim to you is measure them by what they do when it's the worst, when it's the most scary and the most fear, because that's what you really are. Don't take advice from people who are misleading people when it was bad. Take advice from people who is guiding, staying true, staying stoic, like in the most amount of fear and the most amount of pain. And make sure you follow along as I continue these tips and tricks for beginners. But this would probably be my biggest one, because you don't want to be the blind leading the blind, and that's what's going on right now.